Welcome to Shorty SuperCoach. What's going on, guys? Going to take a look at the midfield today, and I'm just going to sort of freeball it, really. Midfield premiums, but just going to go with the flow. Big day at work today. Shorty's absolutely cooked, so I'll just record this one. It's Thursday today, but I'll probably have it up on Friday at some stage. But yeah, got a bit on today, but it was good. Going to the movies after this, so yeah, pretty keen that it's Friday, just around the corner. Got school photos tomorrow too. Shorty is working in the school setting now, so that'll be pretty random. I had the awkward debate of, I only found out like a week or so ago, realised it was close. I was like, shit, do I get a haircut like last weekend? So I tried to, couldn't get in anywhere. My normal hairdresser away, she's back tonight. Do I take that risk of getting a haircut the night before? I've opted not to, so the hair is a bit all over the shop. We're going to just have to style it, and if it all goes wrong, well, I've got that photo for a year. But anyway, we'll see how we go. And I've got all these random tabs open. I normally close them, but I thought I'll give you guys an insight into the random shit Shorty watches / looks up. Need some new tennis shoes, so if anyone's, I like these ones. I like these a lot. So yeah, got finals coming up for tennis, so Shorty's saving a few pennies. Good golf. I love these boys. Worth checking the channel out if you like a bit of banter and a bit of golf. This is throwback. 2015 Radio Triple M. That's what I listen to at night sometimes, just to take me back to a simpler time. And then this is also what I watch at night. There's no footy on, so Shorty will just take it back to a beautiful time, 2011. Defeating the Pies. You can find all sorts of stuff on YouTube, and also watching this sport doco on the golf came out the other day. Nothing better than a sport doco, I'm telling you. Great stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well out there. What are we? Friday by the time I post this one. Got my first work functions, so cross your fingers. Hopefully Shorty's not having too many Malibus this evening, but no, I'll keep it pretty low key. You never want to be that guy that gets a little out of control on the first one. I'll save that for the second one. But today, midfielders, I don't know. I'll just see where I go. But look, I did a TikTok on this the other day, ranking my top 5, and I took Neil, Oliver, and Miller out of it because I just feel like they're clear cut, always averaging 120 plus. They're dominating all the time. They're a top 3, which I think you can pick 1 or 2 of quite comfortably. Rory Laird, absolutely love him, but yeah, that's no good. I was about to talk about Rory Laird and then absolutely sneezed the house down, so my apologies about that. But yeah, Laird's been amazing. 116, 127 last year was insane, but I'm still not quite going to put him in that bracket with those boys. But he's a superstar. You can pick him with confidence. But I will say he's probably a bit expensive for mine. I think he's absolute top end. I'd probably see him averaging around 115, 118. Still bloody good. Still a superstar. So let's just scroll through. Jack McRae, I reckon he will be the best averaging player outside those top 3. I think he's just in behind Miller, Neil, and Oliver. I think he'll move back to a really nice role in that midfield. It was a bit thrown around there at the Dogs, but look, Dunkley's gone. I think McRae will just get more opportunity. Not that he was starved of it, but he was just a smidgen off. Like, we shouldn't really sneeze at a 115, but he is 120 plus consistently, and I don't see him getting back to that 127, which I think he did one year. But around 120, I reckon he can go all right. Bontempelli, he's really evolved into such a superstar. 116 to 119 the last 3 years. You can back him, pick him in with confidence. Callum Mills, I think he's the best point of difference. Some players, for whatever reason, just don't get much love, and I don't know why. Yes, Mills sometimes drops behind the ball. Sometimes he plays with a bit more of a defensive mindset on a player. He still averages big numbers. I think he's an averager of 115 to 118. Every day of the week. So I think for 6% ownership, one of the best pods you're likely to talk about. I'll chuck these boys in because I'm really going to rave about, not that I'm picking my team, but just so you can follow along at home. Petrarca, I've had me dance with Petrarca. I'm probably happy to just leave him and let him go. Merritt, consistent as always, but there's just nothing too sexy about him. I don't know why. I think there's a bit of a thought that he can get tagged, and I don't know. He'll average 110 plus, but for whatever reason, he just doesn't excite us. Andy Brayshaw. Now, he is in my team at the moment. Getting a bit of love on the ownership. I think he'll move that average closer to 115 this year. I think he's the sort of guy that will relish being the skipper. It'll take him to the next level. His level's still pretty amazing, but we saw him rise and lift to the standard of finals footy, and I just think he'll lead from the front. I think he's been a consistent slow build up to that 111.8, and I think he'll again take it just a smidgen further to 113, 114, 115. Of course, Hewitt was fantastic for us last year. Not this year, George. Now, Paddy Boy Cripps. Oh, how I love you, Paddy, but not this year, my friend. You were beautiful to me last year, an absolute dream. Backed you in, and you delivered. But not this year. Not this year. There's just something about him with the body. It's just got me a little bit concerned. I don't know what it is, but I'm just happy to go elsewhere. Superstar, more than likely going to average 110 plus again, but for whatever reason, I'm shopping elsewhere. But if you're picking him, I ain't going to talk it out of you. I ain't going to talk you out of it. Anyway, makes sense somewhere. Pretty happy to slide past Parrish and, of course, Walsh. Jack Steele, I think he's a lock. If I said that McRae was just behind those top three, I've got Steele right in that mix as well. I think he'll average around 120. Tackling machine, inside beast. He's cheap as chips, if you ask me. There was a few reasons that he didn't quite get to the level last year. There was a bit of a hamstring concern. Carried a niggle for a few games, produced a couple of 70s. But I think we'll see him get back to his absolute best, and I really like him at that price, to be honest. And this is where we can start to scroll. Like, these guys don't really light my fire at all. Will Brodie wasn't a dream last year. Canelio we can sort of talk about in the forward line. Luke Davies-Uniacke, I really think he could be absolutely anything. But I don't have the cojones to select the man. Not telling you anything you don't know here. Promising young gun. Second half of the year was outstanding. Look at that. Almost from round 12. Barely went under 100. Had some whopper games, 149, 141. And just was outstanding. So he can impact the game. Dare I say it, he looks like Judd at times, the way he bursts away from a stoppage and can kick a goal. But for that price, he's never produced 110 plus, clearly. I mean, he might produce 110 plus for the next 7 years of his career. I don't know. But we've seen those selections not go wrong. Like, I don't think he's going to fall off the face of the earth, but you're picking him, needing him to take his game to the absolute next level immediately. So I just think there's probably safer money to be spent elsewhere, but the bloke's going to be a star one day, and it could well be this year. Jaden Short, that takes me back. Absolute no love for him. 0% ownership, and oh boy, he was a heartbreak last year. Beautiful rebounding defender, then thrown in the midfield. Fantastic, even better, scores 150. Then all of a sudden he's playing half forward flank. What the fuck is that dimmer? But, PTSD about that. Tom Green. Let's talk, baby. Let's talk. So, Tom Green, I think he will take it 110 plus. Bit of movement at the Giants, rearranging that midfield. I think he's going to go bang. I know I just talked about Luke Davies-Uniacke, and there's probably similar reasons that you could not pick Green and you could pick LDU for the same. But I just love the way Green's building. He's changed games on his own already in his young career. It did seem like he fell out of favour at times last year, or even he just got tired. Young body, battering ram. His body didn't probably hold up physically throughout the whole year, but he's looking chiseled. He's looking fit. I'm going to select him this year. And I'm also going to just tuck a few of these guys out, or I don't think it'll let me select enough cash. So that just really got me out of whack, didn't it? But really love Tom Green. It's a bit of a gut feel one, but I think it'd be popular. 20% of sides. I think that'll grow by March. So keep him well and truly on your watch list, I reckon. And Chad Warner, you could absolutely mount the same case for. He's in 7% of sides. What a grand final he produced. He was outstanding. And what a great year. You know, he brought his average up, and he's now one of the best inside mids in the comp, certainly in Sydney's side. There's no reason that he just doesn't get better. Inside, going to get opportunities, and can kick a goal. He can kick a goal. And players who stand up in finals, it just makes you awfully excited because you go, look, you're going to stand up when I need you. Home and away or finals. So I love that idea. I think he's a really strong chance for a lot of sides. He's not for mine. I'm not going to pick him, but very good player. And look, we can probably... Look, we'll chuck Tommy Mitchell in there for a little bit of discussion. Butters is more of a forward line discussion. Tom Mitchell, pretty popular, pretty fair if you ask me. He'll be in my team, barring any sort of niggle or anything like that. We saw him really fall out of favour with Hawthorn, and I don't think that was anything too much Tommy was doing. I mean, Mitchell just says, look, I'm going to be on the bottom of the pack. I'll feed it out all day long. Yeah, I'm not going to kick it too far. Yeah, I'm not going to kick many goals, but shit, I'm going to win you heaps of contested pill, and I'll give it to whoever the hell you want. But certainly Hawthorn want to prioritise some of the younger players, give more opportunity in that centre bounce, which saw Mitchell pushed out of the middle, onto flanks, onto wings. You know what I'm trying to say. So it wasn't like he had shit games, because he could find the footy in a bloody... You know, he could be out there and he'll still find the footy wherever you put the bloke. He could be at full back and he'll somehow still get 21 touches. But it was the top end. What was his highest score? So he had a 142, but aside from that, there wasn't much 120 plus, which we become accustomed to seeing from Tommy Boy. So I just think the Pies are close. They were lacking in the clearance. They need a guy like Tom Mitchell, so they went and got a guy like Tom Mitchell. I think the role's defined. It's clear. I'm seeing 110 average for Tom Mitchell, and quite a few of us are in agreement on that. So he's a good option, I reckon. And look, there's probably not too many more to want to talk about. Taranto, I love him, but he's a forward line too. I reckon Sarong could get a bit more love. 2% of sides, but maybe it's an awkward price. Bit of a jump to be a premium. But yeah, I'll wrap it up there, to be honest. I think I've talked about a few guys there. I didn't want to get too far down the list because I wanted to keep it premiums. But in terms of structure, I'm probably going 5 Premos, Jacob Hopper at M6, rounded out with Will Ashcroft, Will Phillips, bench. You know, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, at the moment, that's where I'm sort of going. Probably Tom Mitchell, Tom Green, maybe a couple of risky types, but I have a lot of faith in them. And then I'll probably just round it out with a Oliver. Who else did I have in there? Steele. There was someone else that I had. I'll probably do a team reveal or update soon. But yeah, would love to know your structure, which Premos you're liking the look of. And yeah, give me your thoughts on everything SuperCoach if you want to see certain types of videos. Because at the moment, I'm just trying to get 3 videos out a week. It's not quite as many as I once did. But the old full-time work... Shorty's just going to have to wind it back a touch. But I'm putting a few videos out on TikTok as well if you like that sort of shorter, sharper, punchier type of content. So yeah, you can still get a bit of that. And YouTube Shorts as well. If I do a TikTok under 1 minute, bang, it's onto the YouTube Shorts too. So love your work. Thanks for your support. Comment away. It's always great reading those comments. I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.